Which actress got her audition via Instagram? And who had to audition 7 times before landing the role? How did series creator Sam Levinson develop Rue's plotline? And why did that psychedelic scene of Rue stumbling in the hallway look so real? Hi, I'm Dylan, and you're watching Awesome Movies. Let's go. Surprising casting secrets.
Oh, there's cameras behind us. We're making a movie! We're making
From Noah in the Kissing Booth franchise to Nate in Euphoria. The two characters are polar opposites. Jacob Elordi himself said, Nate Jacobs is truly awful. So it probably took lots of convincing to get Jacob to audition for the dark role.
I just knew the moment that I read the script, it was so immersive. I called my mum and I said, this is exactly what I want to play.
However, straight after his audition, he'd given up all hopes of joining the show. Why? I auditioned. This was at a point where the movies that I'd made hadn't come out. I had no money, I didn't have anything, I was practically homeless in LA. And I went to the casting and I forgot my lines. The casting team knew they were onto the right guy though, cause he got a callback that same day. Elordi is still grateful for getting the opportunity since he says he had no name and no acting videos out at that point in time. I was just a child and they cast me. I was quite lucky. I think talented is a better word. And you? Jacob's co-stars all have different casting stories. For one, Angus Cloud, who plays Fezco, was actually cast the minute his audition tape was seen. For real. After casting director Jennifer Venditti saw the tape, she made him the offer. She recalls immediately knowing he was a natural actor and 100% Fezco. You'll be even more surprised to learn then that Euphoria is his acting debut. Impressive. There's another actress who wasn't as lucky as Angus. Can you believe that Kat's Barbie Ferreira had to audition 7 times before getting the role? Almost unbelievable since she does an excellent job in the role of Kat. Well, at least the producers didn't rush things, making sure they had the perfect cast. Next, can you guess who got her audition via Instagram? Any ideas? If your answer was Hunter Schafer, then yes. Before Euphoria, the actress who plays Jules was a full-time model in New York, making this her first acting gig ever. To top it off, she revealed she'd gotten her audition on IG, saving the best for the last spot.
Too much.
The show's success rested on its lead, Rue. And man, the casting was spot on. Zendaya was on the show creator Sam Levinson's vision board even before she was cast. Yeah, his board included many actresses, and among them was a pick of the musician. Raise your hands if you agree that the series wouldn't have been the same without her versatile performance. Oh, and Alexa Demie believes her being cast as Maddy was meant to be. For starters, she strangely just knew Elordi would play Nate as soon as she saw him at the first audition. Then she had a dream about being friends with Zendaya before being cast. The final sign? She saw the word Euphoria at a sandwich shop. Considering how this show manages to hit home on important issues, whose real-life experiences shaped the show? This is one show that doesn't shy away from tough topics. Instead, it wants to shine a light on them. Though it might seem dark and macabre at first, Euphoria has lofty ideals, like serving as an introduction to a very real world that some viewers don't know is out there. And for those people who might already be living in this world of addiction and abuse, the show also wants to help them not feel so alone. Show creator Levinson said he hopes the show will create a dialogue between parents and kids, at the least. Zendaya added, I don't think this is a show for people under 17, but if your parent wants to have a conversation about it, that's good. In that regard, it's safe to say one of the reasons for the show's success is probably its relatability and realism. And behind the scenes, there's something you should know. Levinson revealed that he drew on his own experiences while adapting the show. He admitted he was addicted to drugs for years before becoming sober. He also struggles with anxiety and depression. No wonder he managed to write and direct Rue's struggle with addiction so uniquely. And that's not all. The characters Jules and Kat's storylines were also influenced by real-life experiences. Hunter told Entertainment Weekly that, after she was cast, HBO flew her and Barbie out to LA so Levinson could talk with them about their own lives. He was interested in Hunter's experiences as a trans woman, and Barbie's experiences as a plus-size woman. Barbie also emphasized how Levinson wrote true to their stories.
After I watched the pilot, I was like, yo, like, it's brilliant. I was terrified to watch it. Like, I probably, like the rest of our cast, had a mild panic attack.
Knowing how personal Euphoria was for so many of its cast, didn't that create an uncomfortable working environment? Surprisingly, no. Even though it hits close to home for most of the actors having to portray traumatic events, the team managed to create a safe space for everyone involved.
From Sam to every producer to every castmate, every crew person, You just feel the love.
The set even started to feel like home.
Working with Z and Alexa and Maud and everybody a part of this, I've created this new family.
It's no secret that the cast managed to have fun in spite of the somber plot lines. However, some days were especially hard. The cast and crew's toughest challenges. As you already learned, Jacob was amped to play Nate. It turns out that there was one part of the job that was really difficult for him. The actor admitted how hard it was for him to be so mean to Alexa, who plays Sweet Maddy.
Nate kind of stayed with us throughout that process.
It made all of the traumatic work that we had to do better.
Zendaya also had a few tough scenes to get through. The upsetting fight scene between Rue and her mother was actually totally improvised by Zendaya and her co-star, Nika King. According to IMDb, Levinson told the actresses to go at each other's necks for the scene. In the end, he wasn't prepared for how aggressive the result would be, and the show creator had to leave the set after shooting the third take. On her part, Zendaya said she was also a wreck after that. Hectic. If it weren't for emotionally challenging scenes, then the technical demands could easily become overwhelming. If you didn't know, the carnival didn't actually exist. Both Levinson and Zendaya admitted shooting it was not a walk in the park. In fact, the cast and crew described it as a bit of a nightmare. It took 6 nights to film, and Zendaya said it was so cold and dusty that she needed an inhaler. Yeah, the set team literally had to rent all the rides and equipment and create it from scratch. The carnival ended up being about 125,000 square feet in total.
They built the carnival like 2 days before we started shooting, so we spent some time there figuring out shots, trying to adjust our storyboard to the actual location.
In terms of the technical side of things, almost every single shot was on a dolly track.
We would shoot a scene looking one way, and then we'd flip the dolly around and shoot it the other way.
Levinson wanted the carnival scene to feel like it's one shot, when it wasn't.
We shot it, I think, in 5 different pieces.
Awesome! Next time you watch the carnival scene, I'm sure you'll look at it with new eyes. Wait, and you'll probably remember that trippy scene where Rue was high and stumbling through the hallway? The cast and crew simply call it the rotating room scene. Why? Because
Basically, they built this room that rotated completely around.
So, after Rue did the drugs in the bathroom and exited into the hallway,
That bathroom breaks away, which allowed our techno crane to basically dolly into the hallway with her, and we keep her in frame as the entire hallway starts to rotate around her.
another unbelievable fact, the other partygoers around her were literally strapped to the ground. Zendaya admitted to it being really disorienting in that room. She explained how the spinning made her feel like she had zero sense of where the real world was in comparison to her. She took it all in stride though and nailed that performance, as she did the season 1 finale that ended with the mass choir and dance. The cliffhanger ending left viewers around the world impatient to know, when can we expect a season 2? Euphoria was picked up for a second season back in July 2019. That was before the first season was even through. As with all of HBO's releases, production was unfortunately put on hold due to the pandemic. Zendaya told Variety, "We were supposed to go back to work, I believe, in March this year, and literally 3 or 4 days before that, we were shut down. I was so close. We did camera tests and hair and makeup tests, and we had the sets built." Sadly for all of us, the HBO president, Casey Boyes, told Deadline that filming will only resume early next year. This means you can only expect new episodes late in 2021 or even only early in the year after. Over to you. Which cast member is your favorite in real life? And is there any specific scene that still blows your mind? Let us know in the comments and stay awesome.